literally kicked me and my daughter out on Mother's Day today. And I am just recovering from surgery. I am 5 weeks out from a full body makeover. I can't even lift boxes, but this man has his assistants and people coming to help kick us out today. Like, and broke up with me on Mother's Day through text. Like, what? And her birthday's next weekend. And I leave to New York this week for all the Sports Illustrated press. Like, when I tell you that I am absolutely unsure on how to even process my emotions, like, if y'all got lawyer recommendations, please send them because, you know, so yeah, I know he has 2 girls being flown in today, and who knows how many plethora of girls he has. I've been nothing but supportive to this man, loved him till the end of the fucking world, but like, you literally flew me, uprooted me from New York City where I was living, and brought me here for this bullshit. Like, that's crazy, you guys. Like, these men really be taking advantage. And it's not just the emotional abuse. Like, this man has actually laid a fucking hand on me. Like, nah, nah. And I took it, you know what's crazy is they always say, like, we're so stupid for love, and I thought it was like a mistake. But, like, I know other women he's put his hands on. And today, it's okay. We're about to go back to the house that we live in together with my fucking daughter. And we're going to see what really goes down because this is absolutely crazy.
Wayne's live-in girlfriend, Denise, the plus-size Sports Illustrated model, says he put her out today on Mother's Day. Put her and her daughter out. She don't got nowhere to go. Then she went on to say that he is not only verbally abusive, but physically abusive. And I say, girl, bitch, you bigger than me. And tall. Lil Wayne is 5'3", and he tells me he's 5'5". If you let a 5'3" drug addict beat you up, and I know abuse is not nothing funny, but girl, but I mean, Wayne is in love with Latoya. He's never gonna be in love with anybody else, and he didn't marry you, so
Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne. Let me just say this, and I love me some Wayne, but I don't feel sorry for him. Anybody that going through something, if y'all know what I'm trying to say, the ones who get it. I love me some Wayne, but the people that's going through stuff, him and the other them, because who they deal with, this is their problem. Because I mean, oh, if it's not one, it's the next. Like who's next? You know, like I'm not saying nobody's innocent. I'm not saying they not doing what these, certain people say they are doing. But I'm just saying, look at the pattern. And the sister's just sitting back like, wow, wow. I mean, I'm not biased to no situation. I love everybody, and I really, really, really do. But I'm just saying, look at the pattern. And allegedly, and I'm her. Y'all see her over him? There's no way he would have laid a finger on me. Allegedly, there's no way. I'm not saying it's not possible, because people got a little strength. But at the same time, her versus him, there's no way. And what I mean by that, if that was me, and he was supposed to allegedly do what he was doing, it would. But
So Lil Wayne's fiance said that he kicked her and her daughter out on Mother's Day. Today, May 11th, 2025. And honestly, Lil Wayne is not one of those type of people that he's like in the media a lot. He lives like a very private life nowadays. So it kind of shocked me to hear like drama when it comes to Lil Wayne. But she went on social media, she made a whole video, and she made a whole Instagram post. She said breaking up with someone on Mother's Day is diabolical. Prayers up though, God always puts me through, walking in faith. Yes, I do agree. Kicking someone out on Mother's Day, it is diabolical. But we don't know his version of the story. There's always the story that she's going to say, his story, and then the actual truth is going to come out. So this is one of those situations that we're going to actually have to see if Lil Wayne even speaks out. Because, like I said, he's very private on nowadays, and I don't think he might address her, not at least publicly. We're gonna have to find out and see. I do agree that kicking out someone on Mother's Day is crazy. Maybe he just couldn't take it anymore. I really want to see what's going on with this story, but so far from what we know, he did kick her out on Mother's Day, her and her daughter, and she was mentioning that her daughter's birthday is next week. Don't know what that really has to do with the case, but yeah, for those who don't know, this is his fiance. Her name is Denise. I didn't even know Lil Wayne had a fiance. Like I said, he's been very private nowadays, so you don't really hear too much about him other than, he's a.
Lil Wayne is shaking. Well, I don't know if Lil Wayne is shaking because he hasn't said anything in regards to this matter. So Lil Wayne's ex-fiance, because he was engaged to this lady, has now come out saying that Lil Wayne put her out of their house today on Mother's Day. He put her and the daughter out and flew two women in. There's a lot to the story. Let's talk about it. Pictured above is Lil Wayne's girlfriend. Her name is Denise Bedeau. She's 38 years old and she's from New York. She has a daughter named Jocelyn, and allegedly they both live with Lil Wayne. Now, in the video that I'm going to be showing at the end of my video, she spoke about Lil Wayne moving her all the way from New York to wherever they were living now to be together, and him putting her out on Mother's Day, okay? He says, you got to get out. And he said that the daughter had to get out. This is a big deal. First of all, you're not allowed to evict anybody without a 30-day notice. They have squatters' rights. So if she said, hey, I get mail here, you can't make me leave, she would be allowed to do that. But she was standing outside. Didn't seem like Lil Wayne is playing. But what's interesting about this situation is the two girls that he flew out. I think we've identified the two girls. One of the ladies is Lynette West from MILF Manor. I've never watched MILF Manor, but they're saying it's a show that's streamed on HBO Max. So I'm like, wow, it must be like a reality show with a bunch of rich, hot women in it. In this post, somebody spilled the tea, and it says, meanwhile, I'm over here living my best life with the top down, packing for LA. And then she tagged her friend, Brittany with the A, Brandy with the A, and Lil Wayne. So I'm like, ooh, now mind you, she's a MILF. Well, Lil Wayne is a DILF. He's got plenty of kids. This is a grown dad. If Regine had some kids, he would be a granddad. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, he's these ladies' age. This is her page, and I thought this was interesting. Let me move me. I noticed that when I look at Lil Wayne's history of when he dates different white women, they all have mixed kids. He dated a lady named Jennifer, who was a realtor. She had two mixed kids. This lady, Denise, she had mixed kids. And look at these kids. These little Meghan Markle looking kids. So I'm like, looks like Wayne likes a white lady who already likes black men or already has children with black men. She posted this down to the airport. I said, ooh, Wayne done booked that flight. Yeah, pop out. So it looks like Lil Wayne decided to have a MILF-filled weekend, okay? This lady also is on that MILF Mansion 2 show, and her name is Barbie with the A. So Wayne was watching the show. He was loving it. He said, fly them two baddies out. And he got them all on a plane because look at what Barbie with the A just posted. Ew. She said, sitting in reward class. I said, ooh, Wayne done flew out these two ladies. They about to have fun. They're probably about to do Big Snow. I ain't gonna hold you.
Like, Wayne literally kicked me and my daughter out on Mother's Day today. And I am just recovering from surgery. I am 5 weeks out from a full body makeover. I can't even lift boxes. But this man has his assistants and people coming to help kick us out today. Like, and broke up with me on Mother's Day through text. Like, well, and her birthday's next weekend. And I leave to New York this week for all the Sports Illustrated press. Like, when I tell you that I am absolutely unsure on how to even process my emotions, like, if y'all got lawyer recommendations, please send them because, so, yeah, I know he has two girls being flown in today, and who knows how many plethora of girls he has. I've been nothing but supportive to this man, loved him till the end of the fucking world, but Wayne literally kicked, like, you literally flew me, uprooted me from New York City where I was living, and like. Okay, so for everyone DMing me about my story I posted, yeah, this is actually a fact.
Y'all, so Lil Wayne fiance got on live yesterday, Mother's Day. He kicked her and her daughter out that bitch. Kicked her out the house, y'all. And here she is on live, basically like, I need to find a lawyer, this, or that. My thing is, you don't have a leg to stand on, a pot to piss in, period. That is that man's shit. And if he wants you out of there, get the fuck out of there. That's People act like they don't understand it. And I seen a lot of people was like, well, he got to give her notice and this and that. He ain't got to give no notice, bitch. This is my shit. I pay the bills here. You need to get the fuck up out of here. Then, but that's my issue. You got this. She was like, I'm 5 weeks post-op. I just had surgery, and this, her, and that. Sports Illustrated, straight up events is supposed to happen next week, and this and that. And I'm not even supposed to be carrying boxes and this, and that. You telling me that he kicked you out and you don't got no money to get nobody, no moving company to get your shit and move you somewhere else? That's what you telling me, basically. And I don't understand. That's been your fiance for a good little while. And y'all been standing there a good little while. I'm sure he ain't making you pay for shit. I'm sure he's spending money on you, to bought you bags, purse, all this shit. Why not save some of that money? Y'all, you can fuck off some of that shit. Why not save some of the money? So if it does, God forbid, women think, oh, I'm a fiance. Just because you're a fiance, anything can happen and the wedding could be off. You're not a wife yet. You're a fiance. A fiance and a wife is two different titles. Yeah, you enjoy being a fiance. Please enjoy it. But don't get it confused as if a fiance has the right to this, and that, and they money and this. You don't have the right to any of that legally. Like we talking about legally now. So my thing is, you should have saved some of that fucking money and put it aside to where you know for a fact, okay, well, shit pop off. We arguing, we back and forth with the woo. I can go where I'm going. But that's what I'm like, I just don't understand these women. I do not get it. And we don't give a fuck. Y'all, they always come to the internet. Every time some shit pop off, they want to come to the internet. And if it's going to make those men character look worse. They character already fucked up. We know who that person is. Whatever you telling us is not, oh, wow. Do you think that's what we going to say? Wow, like this person is really like this. I didn't know this person was like this. Bitch, we knew. You just was dumbfounded, or you just didn't give a fuck because you seen that bad. That's what you saying. Because first of all, we can talk about other celebs, but Lil Wayne himself, he's not. He don't look that good. Period. At all. On top of, we know you was there for the money because, baby. Yeah, we don't give a fuck. Black women are unsubscribing to that, and that is not our business. And I'm laughing because it's funny, nigga. Because you are a woman still. I would expect you to handle your shit, handle your business. That's for black, white, I don't care what color you is. A woman should still, I don't care what it is, you should make sure yourself is good. I learned this very age watching my mom. I'm married and been married for 20 years. But you best to believe that all my eggs and boys, and even with my husband, anything could still happen with me and my husband. We could not last. But bitch, I'm still supposed to have money set aside. That's why we have separate accounts. We have a joint account, and then we have his own account and my own account. So a woman in general just supposed to do that. I feel like that wholeheartedly. I don't care how long you've been with somebody, married or not, you're supposed to still have a little piece of your own. So if a bitch kick you out of some shit, oh, you got your ducks lined up in the row, you say, okay, that's cool. I got somebody this and that. You never do what these women doing. These bitches is dumb. You got all this money you put in your body and this and that, and your mind ain't right.
See, Lil Wayne, you didn't learn from watching everybody else. Stay away from certain type of women. White women. Did I say that? Yeah, stay away from them. Because the first thing she said, yeah, he split up with you. Girl, first of all, y'all ain't married. If you got up and uprooted yourself from New York to where he was, that's on you. That's because you thought you had a meal ticket, an easy way out. You ran to go find one with Wayne. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go live with you. You went to live with him, which means you brought your baggage, your child that ain't his. They ain't got nothing to do with you. Talking about he kicked me out. I just had my surgery and my daughter's birthday is next week. The fuck he give a fuck about your daughter's birthday? It ain't his daughter. Then the first thing y'all is, anybody got any lawyer recommendations for what? What you gonna get? Y'all ain't married. Oh, but then you said something that a lot of you Karens do when you don't get your way. Y'all listen. Guarantee you she's gonna try to sue Lil Wayne for assault. Cause the first thing she said was, and he put his hands on me. And I know plenty of women that he put his hands on. See, this is what the white girls do. Once you piss them off, they go reach out to them other ones and say, hey, I got it set up right now. I got a plan. We gonna all get rich. We got money. Let's say he put his hands on all of us. It beat us. Not that they woman enough to get on social media and express their feelings and say this and that, but you didn't hear nothing about him putting their hands on them before that. You didn't hear nothing about this turmoil or how bad of a person or a cheater he was until that, right? Now all of a sudden I want to tell everything. He put his hands on me. Girl, you like 290, 300. Wayne like 82 pounds. And he too high. I used to the way he too brittle to put hands on. You like literally. And I ain't even fronting. But see, that's why I'm telling you. When you let these women in, man, they after that money. He ain't that way. We knew you wasn't after Wayne Roach face looking ass for his looks. We knew it wasn't because he was a nice guy. You just said he been treating you like shit. He ain't a nice guy. He been putting his hands on you. So if you stayed around and you relocated after knowing all that about him, what they say you after or what they say about you? See? So what it was, you thought you gonna win something. And Wayne said, on to the next one. They didn't
Lil Wayne just broke up with his girlfriend on Mother's Day, and now she is thinking about pressing charges on him. I have a question for Lil Wayne. Do you think that a woman that looks like this will really date you for who you are, or do you think that maybe she was just with you for your money? Oh, look how happy they are on his private jet. Yes, Lil Wayne probably found out that she only wanted your money because why else would someone dump somebody on Mother's Day? And now she has posted a video about it and is asking for lawyer recommendations.
Wayne literally kicked me and my daughter out on Mother's Day today. Boxes, but this man has it. And her birthday's next weekend. Like, if y'all got
Child, not on Mother's Day. Denise Bada calls out Lil Wayne, claiming he kicked her and her daughter out. Breaking up with somebody on Mother's Day is diabolical. Y'all take a look at this.
Okay, so for everyone DMing me about my story I posted, yeah, this is actually a fact. Wayne literally kicked. So, but like, I know.
And you moved back to New York again. Now, why would you take him back? If you allege that he's put his hands on you, I'm pretty sure he's done that before. That does not make it right. But you shouldn't have gone back. Shame on you. I hope you learn from this lesson. But I think this is probably going to happen again.
See, your first mistake was moving across the country for a man. Your second mistake, moving across the country for a man with one scoop of hair. This man had one scoop of hair when he picked this woman up.
You literally flew me, uprooted me from New York.
They are victims. They lived there. They coalesced in the same home together. They shared space and bills. And for him to throw both of them out is pretty disgusting behavior. I just don't like that she's subjecting her daughter to it. And like, why? Like, it's already bad enough that you're homeless. Now you got to figure out how to get back to New York. And your daughter is standing there literally in the middle of the streets listening to you gripe about it. We're all subject to men's deplorable behavior. We really, truly are. Like, there's no way around it. It's just life lessons and learned lessons that come along with it. But the least that we can do if we have daughters is to shield them from that. Now, after she had made that post, she had posted this in her story and said, breaking up with someone on Mother's Day is diabolical. Prayers up, though. God always pulls me through, walking with faith. And I just feel terrible for her and her daughter in the situation, because who literally wants to be homeless on Mother's Day? And she also is.
Rapper Lil Wayne broke up with his alleged girlfriend Denise Bowen on Mother's Day, and he put her and her kid out. Man, hey, I ain't gonna lie though. You might have made history. You probably been the first rapper that did that, and it's on my screen. I don't know. Somebody correct me, but I ain't gonna lie though. She said he was being violent. He was hitting on her and her daughter right there to vouch. And the first thing she say is let bag food first. But she was like she just got out of surgery, allegedly. She said she can't even lift a box. If she lift a box, she gonna be hurt. Alright, now what kind of surgery? I don't know. I don't know if she got some shit done to her body or what. It look like she got lip fillers and she just look like I don't understand how can you have all this money, Lil Wayne, and you talk to something look like this? I don't understand. Like, you can get way better than that. Like, that's not it. And ma'am, what are you doing with him? Like, do you see how Lil Wayne been looking lately? Like, what the fuck? I'm not understanding what the fuck is going on. Y'all got all this money. Lil Wayne can get his hair done to the fullest capacity, but yet he looks how he looks. I don't understand. I don't get it or nothing. And this motherfucker right here, y'all gotta stop talking to shit look like this. You got to. It don't matter. You gotta stop fucking with type. I understand a nigga be ugly, but the girl you talk to, like, she can't be looking like that. That's not it. She's not it. But anyway, her first thing she do is go towards money. She wanna sue him. Her and her daughter wanna sue Lil Wayne now. Alright? For putting her out, for I guess she said wasting her time or whatever, whatnot. But anyway, she said allegedly that he was putting hands on her. Now, we know Lil Wayne has been with multiple women. Multiple. Some of the baddest in the game. He have never ever put his hands on a woman. No one ever came out and said he was violent. Like a violent type dude. Now, she could be reaching, which I think she's reaching. I think she is trying to just trying to get her lick back, and her daughter, and she don't want to walk away with nothing. You get what I'm saying? So she wants to try to go the suing route. And this is why you gotta be careful from the certain women that you talk to, because when you rich and you loaded with a lot of cash, you just have to be careful. Like, motherfuckers like this, like, they just ain't it. And I understand you might be hurt because you got put out on Mother's Day and all that. Like, it was a reason he put you out on Mother's Day. Trust me. Then she was like, she said allegedly he had two brand new women flying out towards him to where he's at. And he flew her out. He allegedly, she said he flew her out and her daughter out to his house and ended up putting them out because he had two more females on the way. Now, that could be true. That could be true because he got money. He can do that. Like I say, he had some of the baddest of the baddest. I don't understand what the hell he was doing with you. What the hell? But anyway, y'all let me know how y'all feel about
it. It was Shannon Sharp. Now it's Lil Wayne. You know, that's what y'all like. That's what you choose. That's your preference. That's what the fuck you get. Yeah. She's taking you to court. So, you know, good luck.
I'm so confused because if you have a fiance and y'all break up, if he put you out of his house, why do you need a lawyer? He didn't destroy none of your stuff. He said you had to get out, you and your daughter, who looked like she was grown to me. But now you want to get a lawyer involved. Now you claiming he put his hands on you amongst other women. Y'all not gonna effing learn, bro. Y'all not gonna learn. So I know y'all saw this video
about my story I posted. Yeah, this is actually a fact. Wayne uprooted me from New York City where I was living.
Now he's beating on you. Now you want to take him to court for what? Now y'all will never learn. Now she wants a piece of the pie.
I want y'all's feedback on something that I've seen that went viral on the TikTok pages. So Lil Wayne kicked this woman out of his house. I don't know why. I didn't really dig that deep into it. Maybe I should have before I did this. But she did this video about how she got kicked out and it was Mother's Day and her daughter's birthday is coming up and all this, right? Now this woman is a model, so I'm assuming, she makes pretty good money. And she's just attacking Lil Wayne for making her leave on Mother's Day. So Mother's Day was a key element in this video. I'm watching it, and I always anytime I see something, I try to think both sides of it best that I can. Fucked up to kick somebody out of your house, I understand that. But, she was pretty well off. That was the other side of my brain. Another part of my brain is you're moving in with a very high status, rich man who you're not married to. I would think that is a bad idea. I would think you would have your own shit taken care of, especially if you're making money, your own money. And the part I couldn't wrap my head around is why Mother's Day meant anything about, there's no good time to get kicked out of a fucking place. I don't give a fuck if I got kicked out of somewhere on a Tuesday. It's gonna hurt like it was my birthday. The day don't change for shit, you know what I mean? The action is still happening. I'm still pretty fucking bummed. She's filming it with her daughter too, which is, I don't know why you would do that either. That's weird to bring her into the mix. I don't like when people involve children in adult shit. It's weird to me. And then they were like, yeah, and it's her birthday in a week. I never understood why that shit adds so much negative to what already a negative situation is. The world really don't give a fuck about our birthdays. I've had to work and pay bills on so many of my birthdays. I spent one of my birthdays in the drunk tank, and I wish that excuse worked to get me the fuck out of it. It did not. Maybe I'm being ignorant and I don't know the whole situation, and y'all can fill me in on that because I really don't know. I'm not taking anybody's side, but I feel like in any other situation, whoever owns that house has the right to tell people to leave whenever they want to. I feel like that's what owning the fucking house means. And I feel like anybody that's a guest should expect to not be able to stay if the person doesn't want them there anymore. But then in the video, she starts talking about, does anybody know any good lawyers? And I'm like, what could you possibly sue for? I don't think you can sue somebody for telling you to leave. If that was the fucking case, I would have lawsuits on every fucking dive bar ever. Cut me the fuck off, I'm gonna get a lawyer. I'll show you. I don't think it works that way. I really don't think it works that way. I'm just confused on why this is happening. There's a lot of women supporting her in the comments, which is cool. It's never good to throw a woman out on the street. That's a personal belief of mine. But again, I don't know the circumstances of why he just decided to put her out on the street. I feel like there's a reason. But since I have a primarily female audience, I would love for y'all to look.
Will they ever learn, y'all? Because today, Hot Boy Lil Wayne is in hot water with his fiancee Denise Bado threatening to call the law.
If y'all got lawyer recommendations, please send them because
he's flying us out first class, and we're gonna hang out and have a good time. And
I broke up with me on Mother's Day through text.
This shit right here, it got to be studied. Because what you mean, you looking for a lawyer now, all of a sudden you talking about he been abusive in the past. This is the prime example of when people got money, y'all will put up with anything, and then once the bag stop, oh, now y'all want to tell everything. This is some crazy ass work. Now she talking about some, oh yeah, he didn't kick me out on Mother's Day. I think he got two women flying in a day. Ain't no telling how many more women he got coming in. But it's not a problem when he was giving you the money. You already knew he had women flying in left and right. But now all of a sudden your daughter's birthday coming up and you got flights and all this stuff, you got plans and you ain't got the funds for it. Now you want to sit there and tell on the nigga. She talking about she looking for a lawyer and everything. She finna take that man to the bank. But it's just a prime example of man, just the stuff people do for money.
Lady, what you want us to do? So Lil Wayne's fiance is talking about how he done broke her with her on Mother's Day and put her out, her and her daughter. You just a fiance. girlfriend. You don't have no authority. I'm not sure why everybody in the comments are trying to give her legal advice about getting a lawyer. What do you think about to happen? You should have pulled one of Anthony Edwards' little side chicks move and got a baby bump. And for your daughter to be in the background talking about something, and my birthday's next week, is diabolical. Lady, tell your daughter Lil Wayne got his own little league football team of kids. Don't nobody give a damn about her. Y'all gonna get tired of leaving these relationships how you came with nothing.
All right, after this, I'm logging out because y'all starting to send me too much stuff you want me to talk about at once. It's still Mother's Day. I still got 2 hours left. It's 10 o'clock. So Lil Wayne's girlfriend, fiance, whoever she was, you don't have to do that while I'm recording. I love you. Back to y'all. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. This is why I teach y'all to have y'all own stuff. If she had her own thing going on, he could kick her out today. She'd be in a new house, a condo, apartment tomorrow. Y'all got to stop getting saved by rappers and thinking that they gonna stick to it. They wake up with different feelings every day. This is why I teach y'all, do not depend on a man. Have your own. Anything a man do for you, sure, cool, that's fine. But don't you give up everything that you worked hard for because for the moment you in love. They could wake up at any time and throw you out with nothing. But if you a boss and you got everything in your own name, like I said, he could throw you out today, you'd be in something else by tomorrow. I'm so sorry she doing that on Mother.
Allegedly, Lil Wayne put his fiance Denise Bennett up out the house. Yeah, she came to the internet to let us know that she was now homeless, her and her child, and that he is dead wrong and that she needed lawyer advice to fight whatever case she thinks she got. I went to the comments immediately. They were like, yeah, girl, this is not our fight. But dang, what did she do, Wayne? What did she do? She even had her daughter co-sign it. Her daughter's like, he put us out. She said that he had other girls flying in immediately. I was like, dang, like he's sick of you. He put you straight out and flew other girls right in. But you guys, this is a learning lesson. Because at some point, you're too old to be getting put up out of anybody's spot. Like, not going. See, when you a wife, can't nobody just be putting you up out of stuff. Yeah, no. Can't nobody just be putting you up out of stuff. You need to always keep you a backup spot when y'all living with y'all boyfriends, y'all fiancés. Fiance is not husband, so I don't care. Girls be like, oh, I'm so secure in my situation. Till you get down that aisle, till he signed that paperwork. I don't trust nothing. I'm sorry. We've seen too much. You have to move calculated out here. Be smart, okay? Be ahead of the BS. Keep you a backup spot at all times until that man becomes your husband. Or just avoid all of this and keep your own spot. Don't move in with no man. I don't know why y'all moving in with these men anyways. This is so embarrassing. How you getting put up out the spot with your child? Like, don't nobody want that to happen. I mean, if you've had it happen to you, it really is trifling. But when you're a wife, can't nobody put you out of nothing. Period. They can't just take your... No, you can't just do that. You can't just...
Lil Wayne. Look what you done got yourself into. Y'all gonna learn one day, and it look like it's gonna have to be the hard way. So what bothered me about this lady video is she get up here and she starts with Wayne put me out and I'm going through A, B, C, D, E. When people do that, they're trying to make people feel sympathy for them. Oh, he put you out when you're going through all that? What? Type shit, okay? And then at the end, then she say, I'm going to put charges on him because he's been putting hands all up and through me, right? Why you mad that he put you out? And would it still be a complaint if he never put you out? Make it make sense, Bookie, because it don't, all right?
Okay, so for everyone DMing me about my story I posted.
Y'all subscribe and hit the like button.